Hello everyone, Poor Cynic here with Tyrant Reviews, and this is Junk Jack X by Pixbits. Before I begin, let me clear some things up. The keen-eyed among you might have noticed that I have not posted a video in quite some time. For that, I apologize. There's been some construction work going around my house. And by I mean around my house, I mean about 8 feet from where I record. I tried doing some recordings at night when there wasn't any work going on, but that didn't really turn out so well because, as it turns out, I'm even less eloquent at night when I'm tired than I am right now. So I apologize. I've got some videos to make up for. Obviously, I'm going to try to get them out as soon as possible. I've got some other stuff planned, which should be exciting and interesting. So I appreciate your willingness to stick with me, if you have stuck with me. If not, hi and welcome, because you're obviously new. Anyway, Junk Jack X, this is a sequel to the original Junk Jack. There's been some changes. The two most prominent are the addition of a sandbox mode and the addition of other planets, as you might guess by the other planets visible in the words Junk Jack. And we're going to be getting to that today. It adds some new interesting things. There are some issues with the game, mostly issues that remain unchecked from the last version, or at least issues I had. Some people may disagree. Anyway, let's go over some things here on screen. Obviously, you can go to Worlds, you can continue right where you left off. There's a new multiplayer mode now, which obviously is going to appeal to some people. I have not tried it out, just because I'm not really much of a multiplayer kind of guy. But I've heard good things for the most part. There have been some issues. But if somebody has played the multiplayer and can give a more informed opinion, I'd be happy to hear it. I apologize for not being able to give that opinion myself. You can go to the shop, which is just sort of the in-game store. There's not really a lot to purchase. It's not really all that necessary. It's mostly cosmetic stuff. And then there's various options. Adjusting the gameplay, like continuous time and holding down to break things. Keeping a slot empty. You can adjust the interface, you can adjust the graphics, the sound, and you can look at miscellaneous stuff, which is deleting player, deleting worlds, and editing player, and all that sort of good stuff. Then along the bottom, you can interact with Facebook, you can interact with Twitter. The exclamation point block, that is the credits. The envelope, you can send mail to Pixbits themselves. The word balloons will take you to the Pixbits forum. And the W book will take you to the wiki for this particular game. Anyway, let's go into Worlds so I can show you what's going on. You can see here I have 3 worlds at the moment, Tyrant A, Tyrant B, and the Vault. The Vault, this is the creative mode, which is basically the sandbox mode. You have access to just about anything you'd like, and you can create whatever you want. You don't have to worry about getting killed by monsters or anything like that. It's not a complete creative mode. It's tied in with this new planet system. You only gain access to specific things when you unlock the planet in adventure mode. And I'll get into that in a second. Like starting out, you have access to everything will be available on a Terra-style planet. You don't have access to anything on a Seth planet, which is a desert, Stargate-esque type of place, or any of the others. But once you gain access to those planets by finding parts of portals, then you can use the components of that world in making, in expanding your creative mode. You can also set adventures on that world itself. Now, you can only gain access to these portal pieces if you start on a Terra planet. Once you've discovered other planets, you can start on those planets, but it's not the full adventure experience. We're going to start on Tyrant A, which is my main one. Tyrant B is just an alternate I started. You can rename them, you can delete them, you can add new ones. It's all very well and good. I'll show you. You can see I'm experimenting adding a new one. You can create an adventure world, which just starts. You can start on Terra, you can start on Seth. You see if it generated. Remember, this is a standalone world. No portal pieces will spawn or can be used here. And I accidentally spawn the world, which was a mistake, but we'll just exit right out of there. And you see World 1, it's right there. We can select it, standalone, then we can delete that. It's not really necessary to continue that one because we're going right into Tyrant A. And here we are. I've carved out a nice little sort of mini tower for myself. It's got a garden where I'm growing carrots and onions and whatnot. It's got a... What was in this chest again? All right, vegetables and clothing and pencils. But yes, there's They've added a lot more stuff to make and to manipulate in this version of Junk Jack. That I will give them. There's a lot more to do, a lot more to add. It's very nice in that regard. And the major problems I had with this game are actually carryovers from the previous game. Combat is still very tap-heavy, and it's often with enemies that are smaller than you, so it's a bit awkward and clunky. And there's also the problem of controls feeling a bit inaccurate, a bit floaty, if you will, which is a problem. More pigs. We'll take your bacon. But, yeah, that's all very well and good. But what about the new planets? You want to see this portal system. Okay, let's go take a look. Portal is right over here. Hey. On these worlds, you can find 3 portal pieces. And these portal pieces will take you, once you've assembled them into this very simple Stargate-esque type of thing, it will take you into another world. If you just tap on the center sparkly tile, and here we are in the Seth-type world. You can see, oh, there's a scorpion. It's going to try to hurt me. Come at me, bro. Come on, come on, come on. Lots of tapping, and he didn't drop anything. But you can see it's an entirely different sort of setting. There's new types of plants and monsters and animals and whatnot, and new minerals and things to discover. You open up here, you see I got some iron smelting, and once I have cleared up space there, I can cook that bacon. But yeah, pretty much everything's been kept over. It's got the same amount of large workspaces and whatnot. Actually, one of the things they improved upon that I like, you see here the sort of tutorials, the categories in this book have been very much cleaned up. It's clear about what sort of things they can do. We go in a workbench and we see all the things that the workbench can make that we've sort of discovered. There's a carpentry bench and a cooking pot and pig troughs and whatnot. And yeah, the same amount of depth is available there. You can farm, you can raise animals, you can, dig, of course, and mine and hunt monsters and whatnot. It's all very well and good. And then we can see some of these things you have to discover recipes, but fortunately you don't have to rely on randomly finding recipes just by digging, although that still happens. If you just sort of guess and experiment, you can unlock new recipes here. We have different colored planks and walls and whatnot in the woodworker bench. In the forge, we have all this different ingots and different ways to make glass and different ways to cook food. All very well and good. Now, the end of the meat of this game, I suppose. Let's go actually do some digging. We have a variety of lizards and a camel there, and here is my mine. I don't know why I picked purple torches. I guess it was just because I had purple torches, or I had the ability to make purple torches. Whatever, I was bored, doesn't really matter. You see the animation has been altered a little bit. Jack moves a little differently than he did in the original. It's, an odd sort of thing. And take a look. You can customize what he wears and all that sort of stuff as well, which is a nice touch. I do like that. And of course you can make whatever you'd like to in that regard. Another addition, which we might get to, I don't remember if it's on this world or another, is they've added liquid and liquid mechanics. So Jack can swim. And you can use water in sort of a convenient way, like to get down ravines and whatnot. You can just sort of create a waterfall and then swim up it. There's some coal there. I might as well pick up that coal. I see this has the 2-layer system of sort of building stuff. There's that front layer, which is the most clear, and then a back layer. And if you're high up enough, the back layer will actually expose sky, but here it's just sort of generic dark background stuff. You can see, obviously, it retains that sort of Minecraftian Terraria type of influence here. Accidentally knocked that torch off. Okay, for some reason it has reset my achievements. I don't know why. That could be a problem for some people who really like achievements. But, you know, not a major problem for me, just something to observe. That slime is covered with spikes. There is no way I'm going to be able to get down there without hurting myself. But I do have these bridges, which will help. Or, let's see, I can use some of this sandstone as well if I can move it. Thank you. I can at least get down to this chest here. And I can break it open and see. Damn it. Broke the torch again. There we go. It looks like we picked up a recipe page here. Let's take a look and see what this will tell us. Bamboo blowgun. That's kind of cool. Haven't found anything like that before. Tinker's tools. So make it with a Tinker's workbench. But yeah, this is JunkJack X pretty much. It retains a lot of what the original had. Improves on most of it. There are some problems I have, like with the combat system not being very good. It looks like we found some salt crystals here. Salt's good. It's good, useful for cooking. Oh, yep, some more salt in the background there. Let's take a look-see. And of course, forgot to mention some of the things here. At the bottom, you can look at the larger map. If you click on the map icon, you can drag things to the trash if you don't need them. Like, what is that? Oh, click on the magnifying glass, see what something is. Oh, marble. Marble's cool. I'll keep that. You see there's a large variety of things here. Bombs and venomous stings and wood planks and salt crystals and whatnot. All sorts of very good. What is a sand dune? I don't need sand dune. Get rid of that. Am I being attacked? I thought I saw something jumping on screen behind my item box, which is sort of that Minecraftian problem where if you're not paying attention while you're in the item screen, you can get royally messed up. But such is the way of things. That's harder. That was harder than I thought it was. And, what's this? Antanium chest. Well, that's interesting. I discovered metal chests, copper chests, and gold chests. What a waste of gold. Why would you need to make metal chests? Do they offer more storage? Possibly. I have not built a metal chest yet, because I've needed metal for things like picks and whatnot. You know, practical stuff. If it turns out that metal chests do hold more, I will gladly build them, because regular wooden chests fill up like mad. It's one of the problems I've had with JunkJack in general. It's really easy to fill up on stuff, and what is that? That looks cool. Oh, I need a stronger tool to break that. Darn it. Well, hopefully I can find a stronger metal heel. But yeah, that's been JunkJack X. As I said, not much. Well, no, there's been quite a few changes from the original game. The vast majority of them have been improvements. There are some problems, mostly problems that were, I felt, not addressed from the original JunkJack. Like I said, the combat is messy and the controls can be floaty. And that's the issues I had with it. And Tiny Scorpion, you die. But all in all, I think it's a very nice improvement on the series. And if you like the original JunkJack, or you like these sort of creative adventure-style games, I think this could be worth your time and investment. It's a good title. It's very nice. It works well. It's fun. And how do I get down there without killing myself? I must have done it at one point. But yes. Again, as I mentioned before, I apologize for sort of slacking off, for not being able to do my videos in a good manner, in a timely fashion. And I will do my best to rectify that in the future. And I hope you stick with me. You're willing to stick with me as I continue about this odd little thing of mine for hopefully more videos to come. Yes, anyway, that's been Junk Jack X by Pixbits. I've been Poor Cynic with Tyrant Reviews. Ta-ta and farewell.